Hello, I'm Scott Felber with Siemens PLM Software, and welcome to today's NX Quick Tip on modifying existing data in a managed environment. If you go back and look at our last video about creating managed data in NX, this will be a continuation of that. We're going to take a bracket that we have already designed and create drawings for, but now we need to make a design modification to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, in the context of NX, I'm going to our active workspace project and I'm going to find that part I need to work on, which I know it was part number 803. So I'm going to do a quick search on part 803. I'm going to find the part and I'm going to say go ahead, open that part in NX. Here's the design where we left off last time. As we can see, we have all our PMI on it. We also have a completed drawing with it and everything else. So what we want to do is we want to make this web down here just a little bit thicker. So now we're going to go ahead and just use standard modeling techniques and go ahead and change that part. We're going to change the web thickness. Now we look now, it says this part here is a read-only part. What happens is in the managed environment, it automatically will look for checkouts for me and take care of that for me. I don't have to be burdened with checking parts out. It said to me, it came back and said, hey, this part has been checked out or is read-only. In this case, I will investigate more and find out it's a released part, so it is read-only, which will not allow me to change it, but I'm going to let the change continue on. And it says I have insufficient access to the part because it was read-only. But if we go ahead now and look at our web thickness, it is now increased to 6 millimeters. The PMI is updated in addition to it. If we look up here, we have part revision A of this part. So what I need to do now is I need to go ahead and create a brand new copy of this part with the next revision level because that was part of my task for today. So it's as easy when you're in the managed environment as doing a file, save as. And I get some more of the things I had before from the last video, the automatic population of certain items and certain things. Well, I can just take the next available revision letter, which is now B. I also have one very important option over here that says, what do I do with all the dependent files I have that exist on this model? And in this case, that dependent file is that drawing file. It's a separate file. I never opened it, but I'm going to tell it, the system knows that I have a drawing associated to this part. Go ahead and update that drawing also. So what I will do now is go ahead and say, okay, save all these parts for me. Now my parts have all been saved back into the system. So what I'm going to go ahead now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go find that part. And I'm going to look what I have under that part number. If I go look at my part number 803, I have an 803A, which is the original release part. It has a little notification on my flag here to say, look, this part is released. It has some kind of status that I can't change. If I go and now look at the revision B of the part, I have the model, which is on the screen. I have the drawing also, which I've never opened yet, but it did create that drawing for me. So I can go ahead now, as part of my due diligence, I can now go ahead and open that drawing up and make sure all the changes propagated through to there. So what we've done now is we've opened that drawing up. We went and looked at it, and as we can see now, our web thickness on our drawing has been created, has the new value of 6. Everything's updated, and away we go. Again, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy this NX Quick Tip.